Hello, I'm Celestine, and the poem I'm going to recite is a poem I wrote about a year ago to try and tell people, not to judge people without knowing their stories. I haven't written it down. I have a phone memory, so I might slip up, but fingers crossed. She walks to the bus stop and checks the screen. She counts the minutes. She's got 15, so she pulls on her hoodie strings, blocking the rain, and sits next to the old couple that don't speak. A baby is crying. She wishes the mother would stop denying it milk. She looks up and sees the popular girls walking through the town like they own it, but on the corner is a man begging because he lost it, and the girl with the bruise on her eye but she hides it, and the one with 17 shopping bags because she can have it. The bus pulls up. She climbs on and pays her fee, and sits at the front, hiding from the kids at the back. They're bullies. She would tell Mum, but Mum cries a lot, and since she split with Dad, it never stops. So she pulls on her hoodie strings and turns up her music and tells herself, I will get through this. Opposite her sits a boy, around 12. He's alone, and he's cold, and he's lost, and he's brave. He got a lunchtime detention today, and he's been told to pick up his grades, but his mum's in hospital, and she's dying, and he hasn't had the chance to say that he's sorry. He's sorry that Dad left, and you got ill when you did. And he's sorry he didn't always make the best meals for your boyfriend's kid. And he's sorry you got no money or job and the benefits won't pay for the lot, and tomorrow you have to pick up where you left off. But he can't tell you all this, because he's staying with his uncle, and the car doesn't work half the time, and it's too much to fix it, and he doesn't even have enough for a bus ticket. So he asks the old lady at the back who's fumbling with her shopping bags, and she hands him the money, and he makes a promise, and she says keep it. Her husband died last week, and the funeral's tomorrow. Married 43 years, 2 sons and a daughter, but the daughter's not coming because she fought with her. She's made all the arrangements, and yet it's still raining, and only 3 people can make it. So when it's time for the ceremony, she stares at the rain on the window, and she thinks of the sea, and she imagines 1,000 places she'd rather be, and everyone's expecting her to cry, but instead, she leaves, halfway through the hymn about Jesus being resurrected. As she walks down the road in the screaming rain that messes with her hair, she doesn't flinch or run, and people start to stare, but she gets in her car like any other day. She drives away. And she sees the kid on the corner with her thumb out, but chooses to ignore her. She doesn't know this kid just ran away from home because her dad hit her, not once but 1,000 times, and her friends abandoned her and her teachers gave up on her, and that she hasn't eaten for a day because no one can appreciate the fact that this wasn't her fault but society's. It's society's fault her dad had no education, and he can't work because he has no GCSEs. So instead he goes to the pub and he drinks the money. Even though at home there's 6 kids who don't think that football's so funny, and a mother who doesn't love her husband but has to stay because she got pregnant at 16. So next time you yell at the man who nicks your parking space, remember, he might have lost something more. That girl you call fat at school, her mum might be anorexic. That teacher you hate more than anything might be suffering from depression. We all have these background lives that might not be noticeable from the naked eye. So leave them alone and get on with yours. Pick up the pieces, begin to stitch our world back together and fix this glitch so you can get on and have a good life. You just have to smile and let go of your strife. Thank you.